Welcome to this midweek motivation from right here in Miami, Florida. I'm Dr. Reggie Padin. Thank you for taking the time to watch this program. If you haven't done so, do me a big favor. Can you please like, subscribe, and share this channel with others? I know that it's going to be a great blessing to them. Today, I want to talk to you about courage. Courage is defined as the ability to do something that frightens one. It is the strength that we need in the face of fear, pain, and grief. You know, history is filled with examples of people who displayed a great deal of courage in the face of enormous opposition and were able to conquer those because they show courage. On the other hand, not much is written of people who retreated in fear and showed no courage. The truth is, it takes a lot to be courageous. It takes action on our part to be courageous, to live out our dreams when others are telling us it can't be done. It takes courage to step in and risk our lives in order to protect the weak. It takes courage to lift up our voices in opposition in the face of injustice and abuse. The truth is, it takes a lot of courage to achieve new heights, to gain new ground, and to leave a legacy. Courage takes strength. In fact, it takes a lot of strength. Strength of willpower, strength in our focus, strength in our steps. Yet, the first step of acting courageously is often a very lonely one. No one else is there except you and the challenge that you're facing. There's nothing between you and the danger that is staring you back in the face except your courage. It is often much easier to retreat, to give up, to give in, to quit, to surrender, than it is to embody courage. But courage is our way to announce to the present problems that we face, to the challenges, to the haters, to the naysayers. It's our way of saying, I got this. In order to achieve any type of success, it requires courage. Yet, this is where many of us falter. It is scary to go for our goals and our dreams. It takes courage. It is difficult to change our present course of action and direction. It takes courage. The reason why this is the case is because of something called fear. Fear of failure, fear of ridicule, fear of the unknown. Our minds are wired to protect us from dangerous and risky situations. It is wired actually for survival, to play it safe. Yet in order to reach our goals and our dreams, to reach our full potential, safe just won't do. We have to step out of our comfort zones and take action. We need to be courageous. It takes a lot of courage to fight the good fight. It takes a great deal of courage to keep moving forward when we're tired and discouraged. It takes a great deal of courage to believe when we are doubting ourselves and when others are doubting us. But be courageous and follow God's vision for your life. You know, in the Old Testament, we find a story of a man named Joshua. Joshua had been Moses' right hand and closely following Moses each step of the way and learning from Moses. After 40 years in the desert, the Israelites made it to the doorstep of the promised land. God had given them a promise, yet Moses was not going to be the one ushering them in. God called this man named Joshua. And God gave Joshua a big vision. He said, I will give you every place where you set your feet. As I promised Moses, your territory will extend from the desert of Lebanon to the great river, to the Mediterranean Sea, to the sea in the west, and no one will be able to stand against you all the days of your life. That is a great vision. But God then said to him, you have to be strong and very courageous. The truth is, the bigger the vision, the bigger the courage. The bigger the problem, the bigger the courage we'll have to display. That which you envision and are hoping for will require a great deal of courage every step of the way. That God-given vision, that God-given potential will cost you a great deal of courage. Today, I want to motivate you. Actually, no, God wants to motivate you to be courageous, to take the steps towards your promised land. God reminds us today, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for I will be with you wherever you go. That's good enough for me. I hope it's good enough for you. Would you do me a favor and share in the comment section below what are those areas that you need to show courage for? I promise I will say a prayer for you. Now, before we sign off, please do me a favor. Subscribe, share with others this great message. I believe it's going to be a great blessing to people who hear it. And I thank you for taking the time to listen to this message this morning. Until next week, remember to be strong and be very courageous.